it feels like the intent of this project was to go outside and touch grass and be around pretty women with absurd amounts of ass. I'm Trey Daily. I make videos daily, and this is not a review. I'm not a critic. I'm just a nigga that be listening to music, and sometimes I be liking that shit, and sometimes I don't be liking that shit. But if you like this video, subscribe if you want to see more. And if this video gets 50 likes, I'll actually go through and do a real ass Vultures review, track by track. And I might even do that live. My Twitch link will be in the bottom. First things first, let's get this out of the way. Kanye said some dumbass shit. Let's just get that out of the way. I don't agree with things that have been said. I don't get into controversy. However, I do have to acknowledge things have been said and feelings have been felt, and I am empathetic to the entire situation. I'll just leave it at that. Honestly, though, I don't think a lot of what he said has done much to damage. If anything, he's done the most damage to his own brand. He's in his supervillain era. I will say that I like the album. It on first listen, Kanye can still deliver an experience of being curious to see what's next. Like, he's got my attention. I'm fully engaged. I want to hear what the next song sounds like. I want to hear what's going to be said. I want to hear any innovations or just surprise moments, or just moments you say, oh my God. We still get all of that with a Kanye album. However, we must admit that this is a far cry. It's interesting that Vultures came out 20 years after The College Dropout, which many believe is his greatest album he made, which is crazy to me. How do you peak on your first album? It was a great debut album. We can argue later about which one is the best, but clearly there's been a downgrade in quality since, let's say, Dark Fantasy. I think that was the last album that we got that was meticulous Kanye, perfectionist Kanye's. Ever since The Life of Pablo, which it seems like was the precedent of the current rollout strategy for each album after that, is going to be messy. There's going to be a listening party. There's going to be some moments, and there's going to be some delays. So as of this recording, it sounds like Vultures has been mixed a little bit. Clarity-wise, there has been some mixing, but it sounds like they might have things sound quiet now. Seems like they might have turned things down. And they're still maybe. It's I'ma Fix Wolves all over again, which is cool. And it first debuted with Life of Pablo. I actually appreciate it. It kind of gives the listener a little bit of a behind the scenes peek of songs go through, especially if you're actually following the leaks. It gives the listener a behind the scenes peek of what these songs actually sound like while they're being worked on and what the end result may be. And if that end result is totally different from what you may have heard 3-6 a year ago, 3-6 months or a year ago. Now, though, right around now is where I got into how messy this release has been and how messy the releases have been since The Life of Pablo. And I'm glad that I delayed with putting out this video, because as of today, Thursday, February 15th, Vultures is being pulled from streaming services because you would think it's because the anti-Semitism. However, actually, it's because Kanye's distributor that he made a deal with to put this album out, Fuga, did not authorize a release. And so that a long-standing client with Fuga actually uploaded the album through their automated process. And so now that they're working to remove it from, so as of this moment, it's removed from Apple Music, and it may be removed from Spotify soon. My theory, Ty Dolla $ign used his account. He used his account info to get the album out, which explains why the album was never under the Ye Dollar Sign artist page. It was only under Kanye West and Ty Dolla $ign. So it's interesting how all of this is playing out. But yeah, if you've made it this far into the video, I appreciate you guys actually watching the video. Again, like, subscribe, throw another little begging moment in there. Like, subscribe, comment. I do want to hear from you guys. This is kind of crazy. This is probably the messiest Kanye release that we've seen thus far. Honestly, it's kind of wild for Kanye to be told no and say, fuck it, I'm going to use your system anyway and release my album. So you kind of have to applaud the what do you call it? The just brazen disregard for the rules and Kanye just doing whatever the fuck he wants to do. Kanye is always gonna Kanye. But yeah, no, let's get back to the video. Again, thanks for watching. Now, though, it's a little bit frustrating. When February 9th rolled around and there was no album, I was a little bit annoyed because I wanted to make a video and join the algorithm as soon as possible. Coming out Saturday with not the best quality lets me know that they were probably mixing at the last second to be released. But we got something. And what a something. Vultures is okay. It's not great. It's not bad. It feels like the intent of this project was to go outside and touch grass and be around pretty women with absurd amounts of ass. We get a lot of house and club vibes. Sounds like you should be listening to this in a club somewhere in Dubai with lasers going off. That's where I go in my head. Maybe that's just me. The lyrics leave a lot to be desired. Horny Kanye, maybe your favorite Kanye, not exactly my cup of tea. I will say that it sounds like a Kanye album featuring Ty Dolla $ign instead of a Kanye and Ty Dolla $ign album. And you can see that from the album cover, which has also been updated from when it was released. So we get some standouts. Keys to My Life, I really like. Talking is unironically a really good song. Northwest is actually the best rapper in the family. And then Carnival with Rich the Kid and Cardi, obvious standout. Beg Forgiveness. I haven't heard a lot of people talk about Beg Forgiveness, but that's actually one of my favorite songs. That sample or that Chris Brown feature, amazing. The drums on that, crazy. King, it's okay. Again, that's one that's suffering from a poor mix, but I do like the song or the idea of the song as it is. Once King is finally mixed, it'll probably sound a little bit better to me. But again, this is not a review. This is really just my thoughts on the entire release of it. It's getting kind of weird because, again, Kanye is like a super villain now. So I'm seeing reviews and people leading off with controversy, but not giving the album a just review. And it's just like, I can understand that. However, if you're going to do that, what's the point of even making the video? Why contribute to the algorithm with putting this person in the forefront again if you're vehemently against what they stand for or what they've said? It makes absolutely no sense to me. But that's just my opinion. If I'm not talking about something, I'm not going to have an opinion. If I'm against you or what you stand for, there's no reason for me to pay attention to you or to bring attention to what you're doing. Unless, of course, it's definitely going to harm someone. But if they're already getting that attention on their own, there's only selfish reasons that will make me make a video about that. And I don't want to do that. We got about a month and a half until we get Vultures 2. I think we're going to get more of the same. We're probably going to get, it probably won't be as bad of a rollout, but again, every rollout is pretty much going to be like this. It's going to be a listening party. It's probably going to be some delays. There's going to be changes to the track list that you expect. And Kanye's gonna Kanye. But again, even though the lyrics aren't great, I understand where Kanye's mindset is. He's focused on those listening events because he knows that people are gonna be there. And they're gonna enjoy if they're there, they're gonna enjoy what he's presenting. And if they've heard previous songs, they're going to play along. They're going to join in with the festivities. I think that's where Kanye's at with his writing at now. And a clip from Schoolboy Q kind of put it in perspective for me.
Did I just get a verse from Kanye West?
Were you nervous when his first line was, okay, okay, okay,
sure.
okay,
I'm
okay,
like, oh,
okay?
he serves me. I'm like, he gave me the woo wop when I first heard it, right? I'm like, oh. My heart just kept breaking with every okay. And then I'm like, oh, I get it. And then I played it again. I'm like, that's why he's Kanye West. And when I perform it at the show, that's the best part. Like, I have to perform Kanye West's verse just
For the
because of the
okay.
The whole place just screams.
Okay.
It just sounds crazy, though, and it just turns it up so much.
Seeing Kanye sing the Burger King line and everyone in United Center sing along with him and then chuckle afterwards. Those are the moments that he's writing for now. We're not going to get Black Power anthems to go protest in the streets with. We're not getting that from Kanye anymore. He's basically Jaws at this point. We're going to get Bond villain themes at this point. So, yeah, man, this is not a review. Just some thoughts that I had. And if you are interested in more thoughts, again, man, like the video, comment, subscribe. I am looking forward to hearing from you guys. I enjoy going into the comments and seeing what you guys have to say and actually responding. At this point, at my level, I'm still just, I'm the small fries, small potatoes. So I have time to actually talk to everyone that actually comments. But again, yeah, like and subscribe. It helps us out around here. And I'm out. Gratitude.